Hi, so in this video I want to talk about, well, this is another one of those dream story videos that I do. So I recently had a dream which I thought had a really interesting visual quality to it. So I'm going to talk about that dream in this video. So now the part of the video, the part of the dream that I want to talk about is it's a relatively small, like a scene, I guess you could say. So, and it's just this one situation, but it was very visually amazing, and it was something that was quite unique. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So now the way the dream started, it was probably a longer dream. I don't remember all of it, but so I'm going to talk about that one scene that was very interesting. So I was sitting in this room, and there was probably something happening before as to how I got in that room and what led to it. So that like I said, I don't really remember much of that. So I was in this room, and it was maybe a small room, not really that large. Um, it was like a small living room, one of those cozy, tiny living rooms, or it was either a bedroom. It was one of those, so it kind of felt that way. So I was sitting on a bed, or what it was a sofa, I guess. I don't really remember. So probably a bed. So it was most likely a living bedroom. Anyway, so I was sitting on this bed, and across me, there was this girl who was sitting there, and we were like talking about something, and it was probably, I don't know, uh, probably not that important, I guess. So we were having this conversation, and I was looking at her. She was saying something, and then I looked closely at her. So what happened is I started looking into her eyes, and I focused on, like, she was sitting in front of me, facing me, so I focused on her left eye, and I saw that as I looked closely, um, it was as though I could zoom into her eye, and when I zoomed in, I could. I don't know how that works. I mean, in real life, you cannot zoom in into something using just your eyes. I mean, you'd have to get, like, I don't know, binoculars or something. So so it kind of started zooming in, and I looked into her eye. So the iris of her eye, I could see it. I could see it quite enlarged, and the pupil, the black part inside the eye, I started looking inside that, and this is where it gets pretty crazy. What I saw is that my vision of her eye was slowly kind of zooming in, and as I started looking between the iris and into the pupil, I saw a grid, a 5 by 5 grid, and there were crystals in that. So, and I mean, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? So there were these crystals, and they were visible inside her eye. So, um, and they were shining. So I was looking into it, and there were this grid of 5 by 5, and these crystals were shining. And as I was looking, the my vision was kind of zooming into her eye, and she just kept talking about something. And yeah, that's kind of it for this dream, because after this the dream continued in some way, and I don't really remember much of it. But if there was a way that I could properly describe it, because the way I tried describing it now, but it doesn't really capture how it actually felt while I was in that dream. So if you can kind of visualize it, it's I mean, it looked kind of brilliant, though, the way there was that grid, and these were like white crystals. They were colorless, but they were shining. And so there's this iris outside. There's the pupil inside, and inside the pupil there are those crystals. So it was something something that something crazy, which is huh. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.